Yeah, I remember the day the bomb blast was in Nairobi. That was 7th August 1998. It was on a Saturday. When I come to think of it, there's a lot of things that come to my mind. But let me start. I learned in my life, I've learned a lot. But if I have to place days, if I have to talk of days, I would say that in that one single day, I learned a lot. More than maybe some things that I would have, or some things that even today I learn in a week or even a month. That particular day, I learned a lot. I'll try to squeeze them into this video. I was working for a private security company. It was called, at that time, it used to be called Frontier International Limited. Later on, it was changed its name to Georgia's. It was owned by a married couple. The man is Jonas and the woman is Jane. So Georgia's was Jonas Jane S. S for security. The later rebranded to Georgia's Security. I don't know whether it is still there. And even if it is still there, maybe other people are now running it because especially the man was somebody who was in his 60s that time. Somebody was born in around 1940. I think by now maybe he's no longer in the same company. So one thing I noticed during that company is that if it is even happening now, that well-established security companies misuse people from the police service. Misuse people from the police service, especially if you left the services without a discharge or a discharge of a high qualification. They want to retain you because he could tell clients, you see, I've employed inspectors and whatever. But sincerely speaking, my driver earned more than than what I was earning. My driver was earning more than I was driving because let's say I'm in grade 5 as a deputy company investigation officer. Deputy company investigation officer. I was in group 5, and my driver was earning two salaries. One, he was earning the salary of a driver, which is grade 2, and he was earning the salary of a supervisor, grade 4. So if you add 2 plus 4, that is 6, and I'm 5. So I'm supposed to be his boss, and he's just driving around. Those are some of the things I used to discover. Back to that day. And another thing I used to discover was overworking. Overworking. I remember I used to work on ordinary day. I used to work for 18 hours. I used to work for 18 hours, and there was no what do you call overtime. There was no overtime because he used to tell me, when you are in the police, you could even work for 24 hours. Would you be paid over? And I would tell him, police is for everybody, but this is a private company. So I remember on this particular day is one of the days that I had overworked. Just imagine somebody having worked for more than a week. for more than a week. You have worked for more than a week, but 5 days or in that week you have been working 18 hours for five continuous days. So that I'm trying to explain that on the day the bomb blast, I had an excess sleepover. I mean, backlog of sleep. So I went to sleep. I remember leaving the place of work around 5 or 6 in the morning. 5 or 6 in the morning, and I just went to the house just to sleep for a few hours before I would go back to duty. Around 3 p.m. Yeah, I was supposed to go back to work at 3 p.m. And I was only allowed to go to my house to sleep. And then it was just like the house was just a sleeping place. I went and slept. When I woke up, when I woke up, the first thing I did was Watengeres talked to me and asked me if I've heard that voice, a loud voice. I asked, what type of a voice was that? She said, I think there was a tire blast or something, but there was a big explosion. I said I didn't get that. The first point I want to tell my viewer is that I was somewhere. The place is called Zanzibar Road. Zanzibar Road. It is just next to the police band in South B. It's just next to police band South B. And somebody being at the police band, not hearing the bomb blast, they'll tell you that person must have been deaf. It is because of the backload of the sleep that I did not hear. So as I was just confused that way in ABCD, I remember hearing neighbors excited and saying, that is when I now heard that there was a bomb blast or something. There were some two ladies. I don't think they were Kenyans. There were two ladies who were neighbors. They had a TV. By then, I could not afford a TV. Of course, when I was in the police, I had a TV. And in 1990, having not only a TV, a colored TV, that was something. But then I had sunk low that I was in a position that I did not even have a radio. So this lady said that, have you seen what is being shown on KTN? So we went to their house and saw what was happening. Now KTN was now doing the coverage. KTN was, I don't know whether KBC, by then there was no other station. There were only two stations. There was KTN and there was KTN. By then there was no other station. It was only KTN and KBC. So I don't know whether, when you're in somebody's house, and those days a TV was a privilege. In fact, people of class used to watch KTN. So you are in somebody's house, you don't tell them to change channels. I watched that for some time, and the things were just routine. Hospitals, the bomb blast place, ABCD, ABCD. And then an idea crossed me. Don't you think that you should even go to that place because you have a video camera? Yes, at that time I had a video camera. A video camera was Panasonic 30, is it 3500 or is it 3600, something like that. It's quite a long time. Uh, 27 years ago, yeah. So I had that video camera. So what I did was I remembered I should do the shooting. And surprise, that day people had, in that security company I was working for, people had not been paid their salary. On 7th, people had not been paid their salary. It is a trick that the fellow used to do, and a lot of security companies used to do, such that if you get your salary on 7th and you don't report on 8th, you have worked for the company free for a week. That is how we used to do, so that when you abscond, he stops first of all the offs, and then looks for the relievers are now given permanent places, and then so on. So he used to deliberately delay paying people. He deliberately delayed paying people with an intention of those who would abscond or drunkards who get drunk, he would summarily dismiss them. And you see, you could be dismissed between 7th and 10th. That means either you'll not get a quarter of your salary, you'll either not get a quarter of your salary, or you'll not get a third of your salary, either a quarter or a third of your salary. So that is the trick he used to do. Then I remembered I had a video camera. I looked at it. We have a Luhya proverb, yeah, where people say "Kuchichango kaludre." That one I'll not translate it directly, but it means, when there is an alarm, people are moving away from such a place. The people who go there are usually the police. There are three people: the 911, or is it 99? Yeah, the people who go to where people are going away are the security, the fire people, and the people who go there, the security, the fire people, and the ambulance. Yeah, the three. So anybody else, you move away from the scene of problems. That is when I remember that I needed a blank I needed a blank tape. I needed a blank tape. Those of you you remember VHS videos, yeah. So I needed that one, because my camera was in such a way that you just place the whole of it, the whole of the video there. So what I did was, I went to the office. That is the time when they were paying people. That is when they were paying people. But you see, me, I would have not have gone for the salary, because I was supposed to be sleeping and waiting for my time to work, so that in the morning on 8th I take. So I just went and got the boss paying people, and I told him. He was very shocked. Actually, after the bomb blast, you would never know that he's a former police officer, director of operations Nairobi, a former OCS Kamukunji. He was shaking, and he had said, because of the bomb blast, because by then the officers were in South Sea, so crossing the Mombasa Road up to that time, and being in the office around 90 minutes after the bomb blast, the whole world knew what was happening. And he said that only the staff who were inside the compound would be paid, and he gave instruction no other person to enter the compound when he's paying, and when the nation's capital is under threat. I went there. I was told no. I ordered the supervisor to open the door for me. Of course, I was his boss. No, I mean, we were employees, but I was senior to him. When he opened, I went to the boss and just said, I knew that the price of a blank. It was those videos were three, if my memory is not wrong. There was one which was for 1 hour. There was another one for 2 hours. Then another one for 3 hours. So there was 60, 90, and 180. So I knew the price of 181. I just told the boss, give me that money so that I buy that VCR. And then said, people are running away from the capital and you're going there. Said, that's where I'm going. Just give me so much money. Tomorrow when you're paying me, you'll deduct that from my salary. And he gave me the money. I went and bought that VHS video, placed it in my camera. If I remember, it is also risky because such a time, anybody can snatch anything from you. And then from there, I left. Getting a matatu to town was a bit of a challenge. But since I was now in South B area, I was moving towards town. I wanted to go to the American embassy and shoot the place. Nowadays, you see anything happening, people shoot and upload them into their VCR, isn't it? Not VCR. I'm getting old. They shoot and place them on their YouTube channels or TikTok, social media. For those days, I even didn't know why I was shooting that because we didn't have this social media, TikTok or anything to upload there. But I just bought that and went. Going to town, there was no vehicle going to town. There was no matatu. Then I reached Mata Hospital. Mata Hospital. Imagine walking all the way from South Sea. You cross Mombasa Road. You go past the police band. You go to South B Trading Center. You are going now towards town. Looking left and right to see if there is a matatu. No matatu was there. Then I arrived at Mata Hospital. Arriving at Mata Hospital, you could see ambulances coming, entering there. I decided now, this is the station. No, this is the hospital that I'm going to start shooting. I entered the hospital. There was so much activities. Then I told them I wanted to record. I wanted to record the patients who are there and so on and so forth. They said, okay, but what do you call, the hospital rules say that you can only record, if it is a young child, you have to record with the permission of the parent or the guardian. But if it is an adult patient, you have to record with the permission of the patient. You have to record with the permission of the patient. That is what they told me. So I went around, and then something else they told me is that I have to be careful because of the trauma. Some of those people who have been affected by the bomb blast have been affected by the trauma, and if you get one who is so much traumatized, the law does not allow you to, because such a person, even if he or she allows you to shoot to record, it will not be accepted because he or she was not in his or her own mood of giving permission. So I went and got two or three people. I didn't get anything of importance from those people. Just the camera was very big, like those ones. If I have to tell you, if you go to watch wrestling, WWE, you see those cameramen who stand by the are recording whatever is happening. They even stand on the ropes and record wrestlers. My camera was that size. So when I arrived there, there is two or three whom I asked, could you please permit? You're working for a TV station. And they knew there were only two TV stations, KTN and KBC. So they said, they were happy that I could not, of course, tell them that I don't work for the TV station. They were happy to, so I was asked to be recorded because they knew that they believed that they were going to be seen on TV that day. So I would ask them what happened. They said, no, we don't know. We just had a bang, and I was unconscious. And the next thing, I found myself here. So from there, I saw my video remember, it is a 3 hour recording. 3 hour recording. So I decided now to go out again. And I decided that I have to to walk. If I can remember very well, I think I walked all the way to town, because from Mata Hospital, you go and come up at the Polytechnic, now took Technical University. From there, I went past the KICC. I remember approaching the embassy from Government Road on the other side, near Nairobi, from Ambassador Hotel area. People were so much crowded. People are so much crowded facing the American embassy. You see, the American Marine had, with the GSU, had what do you call, secured the American embassy. Secured the American embassy because they had to gain all documentation and whatever, and hide them somewhere. So I came. People were crowded, and then when I told them, "Excuse me, wacha nipite," people seeing me with the camera, they with a video camera. And as I said, if you want to know that video camera, look at the wrestling. You see those people with heavy cameras recording wrestlers at the WWE. My camera was that size. And as I told people, let me pass. When they saw me with those cameras, they gave me way. Very polite Kenyans. As I was going there was a GSU officer who stopped me. I mean, as I was going, but when he saw me recording, he came and he was a sort of violent to me. And I was very careful, because if that camera got broken or stolen or anything, there was no place out. So when he came and I saw it was going to be a physical confrontation, I stepped back a bit. When I stepped back a bit, um, people started jeering him, said, "You are stopping a member of the press from recording what is happening. Where were you when terrorists came? That hiyo nguvu yako si ungetumia kwa terrorist, kwa nini unatumia kwa but knowing that the camera was mine and knowing that anything happening, it would be I just came out. Then as I was walking between, there is a, between what do you call, Kencom House and this other place, I went and met Gitobu Imanyara. I met Gitobu Imanyara. Said, "Oh, hey, let me record him." Asked him, "Sir, can I record you?" He said, "Yes." I told him, "Can you talk what you wanted to say?" He started talking. That is when I now noticed something with my camera. He started giving a speech. He started giving a speech about these people. If these terrorists have issues with America, let them bomb New York, let them bomb Washington or other American. But you see, once I pressed the recording, it played in 2 to 3 minutes and then cut itself. But I did not want to tell Mheshimiwa that I am having a problem. So I would switch it on, and later playing it on, I saw that it was not coordinating at that place. But I let him. He just talked, and I'm sure he believed that. I've recorded him all. So from there, I thought my camera was having a problem. So I decided to go back. To my residency in South B, near the police band. There's a road there. There is a road called the Zanzibar Road. As I was going, I noticed somebody with a camera like mine. And in his camera, he was carrying something like a brick, which had a rope, a wire protruding from the brick-like container to the camera. That is the time when I knew that I did not have a backup camera. I should have gone there with 2 or 3 such cameras. I would have really recorded a lot of things. But because that camera, and you see cameras, the way they operate, a camera operates in such a way that mm, if it is dead, you leave it without it working. After some time, if you switch it on, it comes on, and after 2 to 3 seconds, it cuts itself off. So Gitobi Manyara never knew that I was struggling with that camera. So from there, I just went back to my house. I didn't stay in town for long because of the poor camera. I just decided to concentrate on how I woke up that day and slept that day. Were it not for the camera malfunctioning, not camera, the battery. And you see, the camera, the battery didn't work long because I had gone to Mata Hospital and recorded. So at the end of the day, I found myself with a recording which I could not take anywhere. Which, like today, you have to upload on your social media, but those days you could not. But it later became my marketing strategy, because when there was a video, I mean, when there was an occasion and they needed a video person, I would give them that video to play in their VCR. The video was called VHS. They would play it on VCR or VCP, and then they would see how my camera performed and whatever. I later on also bought a backup camera, but that is a story for another day. My viewers, that is how I spent my day on the day that there was a bomb blast in Nairobi.